Hello everybody, I'm here to show you a great warrior build. It is extremely high crit damage. I can hit for up to maybe 16,000 damage every 7 seconds on someone with low armor. Um, Works out pretty well. I've been using it for about a month now since I started playing this warrior, and I gotta say, it is definitely a little bit on the OP side. You can see down here in the comments, people are not liking it quite so much. They're just, they can't believe that the spec can be that good. So, let me show you what we got going on here. For our traits, we got 6 in strength, 2 in tactics, 6 in discipline. We want 5, which will be dual wielding, get that extra damage. This is a pure damage build. You get a little bit of tank, but not much. Basically, you're expecting pretty much about one shot most any class is the whole purpose of this. We have Axe Mastery, get more damage once again with our Eviscerate crit down here. We're going to go for Berserker Power. There's another one here that would work out pretty good. Guarantee 100% chance crit, but we're going to get that anyways with our gems. And that extra 15% damage on that crit is worth a lot more. It's a lot more valuable that way because we can get that with just one gem. So down here we're going to have Leg Specialist because if you don't have this, I think there's some other things you could probably go for, but this is definitely the best. That way, whenever you throw your number 3 skill at them, it will immobilize them for just 1 second, which is all you really need to get your hit off on them. Because if you can't hit them with your Eviscerate crit, you're not going to kill anybody. That's pretty much what it's all about, building up for this bad boy right here. Down here, we're going to have a Warrior Sprint, so you can move faster. That comes in pretty important quite a lot of times to catch up to people when they try and run away. You're going to have Destruction of the Empowered, just simply because it gives us more damage, once again, against some of those classes, especially Guardians or Elementalists that have a lot of boons on them. And Burst Mastery gives that extra 7% damage on our Eviscerate and allow us to get another one off almost immediately because it's not going to use all of our adrenaline. For our runes, we're going to have Might, Signal of Battle, on both weapons here. We're going to have an Axe for both hands. As you can see, Axe, that's very important. That's what makes this whole thing work. And then for offhand, you're going to want to have a shield, so you can have that block, which gives you, 3 seconds of invulnerability. That's huge as far as defense-wise. There's shield bash, which is going to stun them, which allows you to once again get that crit off on people. That's also huge. And for your other one, you're going to have an axe for an offhand. That way you can have your whirling attack to gain lots of adrenaline really quick, and it does tons of damage. And that extra fury bonus on your number 4 skill is actually really handy. So I've toyed around with a lot of different things in the offhand, like sword, mace, you name it, warhorn, and I think definitely this is the best combination to just all about setting up for this Eviscerate crit, which is going to be about one-shot people. So let's go back here. So we're going to have Signal the Battle. So every time we're going to be swapping, which this comes off cooldown every 7-8 seconds. So we're going to be swapping every 7-8 seconds. And every time we do, we're going to get 3 stacks of Might, which is going to boost up, I don't know, maybe 10% damage. That's a pretty big increase. And for our other signal on both weapons, we're going to have Signal of Intelligence. That's going to give us our guaranteed crit whenever we swap over to do our Eviscerate. That's the other thing that makes this work. Without this whole build would just fall apart and it would do no damage. So, Down here in our skills, we're going to have a healing segment just because it's probably the best heal the warrior has. You can do a healing surge if you want, get that guaranteed adrenaline build up at the beginning of the match, but it works. I find though that the healing segment works better though. You just stay alive a little bit longer, and you can build up adrenaline pretty easily too. You're gonna have endure pain for those thieves that come up and stone you, so they don't kill you. Also for like guardians and have the retaliation on. There's a lot of things you're gonna want to endure pain for. That's a great skill. It'll minimize a lot of damage, so it gives you the tank in this build. It's not a whole lot of tanks, so you need what little bit you can get. The other one is Berserker Stance. That's gonna make you immune to all dots, or conditions for 8 seconds. That's very important when you go up against those rangers and necros. Just any of those classes that are just heavily dot based, that you have really no way to get rid of those dots once they're on you. So this is your only way to mitigate that. And also, whenever you hit it, it's gonna refill your adrenaline all the way, like in a couple of seconds, and that's huge too. So you always want to pop this probably at the beginning of the match when you have no adrenaline. That way they can't really put any of their dots on you right away, and it gives you full adrenaline, so you can just start the match off with a nice good crit on them and pretty much kill them. This third one is a utility. You can do whatever you want in this. I find the most effective ones are your Fury here, your For Great Justice. That's going to buff up a lot of might, and it's more damage on your crit, so you can one-shot some of those tankier classes. But I find the charge works pretty good too, because that will give you a little mobility, and also it stuns them long enough to get your crit off on anyone. Other than that though, most of these other skills really aren't going to do a whole lot of good. Sometimes you can go with the Doliak. Where's that? Doliak, get that little extra toughness and stability whenever you need it, break out of a stun. But it definitely helps for getting those those finishers off on people and get them down a lot quicker. But I found myself just running pure damage on this slot just because I don't really need these other things. I've adjusted my playstyle to not really incorporate them. It'd be nice. I wish I could have them and this damage, but I gotta choose, and I choose the damage. And also Signal Rage, obvious choice for a warrior. That way you can boost up your damage even higher. For our runes, you want a Rune of Strength, because we have a lot of might buffs. We got, Signal of Battle giving us might every time we swap. It's going to be about every 7-8 seconds, so we can pull it off. And they're going to have Signal Rage buffing us up. Yeah, so then we get an extra 5% damage when under might. So definitely, this is the one to go for right here. Signal of Strength with this build. Tried a lot of different things. Sometimes I rolled with the Rune of the Worm. Gives you a lot of ferocity, and you can do a little more damage, but over in the long run you'll do less damage, because then all of your other attacks will do less damage. And it's not just the Eviscerate, you're going to be hitting them with all sorts of stuff. So in the end, Signal of Strength is definitely the best one here. Let's see if I can find it back. There we are. For your necklace, I think the Cavalier is the best, because it gives you a little bit of toughness, a little bit of power, and a lot of ferocity, which is going to really boost up this attack right here. I'm telling you, you're going to watch in action. It's going to make all the world of difference. It is just so overpowered, it's not even funny. So probably going to want the Cavalier Amulet. There's another one down here that's pretty good too though. I want to say the Valkyrie. A little more tankier. Have a little bit healing power add on there. A lot more power. And a little bit less toughness, a little bit less ferocity. So that works pretty good too. It's not a personal choice, I guess. I find with this one, I might live a little bit longer, a couple seconds longer, but this one I do more damage, and more damage means I kill people quicker, and that's what it's all about. You can kill someone instantly or very quickly, then you don't need a whole lot of tank. So let's see this thing in action here. Let's take a look at this guy. Hit our berserker stance, and you're going to notice our adrenaline goes all the way up.
I'm flush with adrenaline.
Instantly. That's fantastic. Get our great justice thing. Maybe come up here, hit a cyclone axe if you can. Get that 4% vulnerability, and hit it. That was about what was that? Good 9,500 damage on this target. You can get up a lot higher if you want. You can notice whirling axe brings your adrenaline up almost all the way. That's huge too. Let's try on this guy. Yeah, that was just over 9,000 on that one. Let's try this. Fortunately, it's a little hard to build up adrenaline when you don't have that whirling axe.
Adrenaline flows through.
About 7,000 on the heavy target. So, as you can see, this does an awful lot of damage awfully quickly. I'm going to show you this build in action here on a match. Just so you can get an idea of kind of like how to play it, you know, how you can expect, how quickly you can expect to kill people. I say give it a try, and I think you're gonna really like this build. I know I have. I've played the hammer and the rifle builds. I've tried pretty much all of them. The bleeding builds with the sword, and you know, they all have their strengths and weaknesses, but in the end, there's pretty much nothing that I cannot kill almost guaranteed 100% of the time with this build, except for maybe a hammer warrior, just because they have so much CC, and you can't really, you know, whittle their life down quick enough. But if it's not a hammer warrior, pretty much they don't have much of a chance against you. And there have been times I've killed almost 3 people at the same time. It's pretty awesome being able to one-shot a lot of people. So hope you give this build a try out.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
For great justice! Adrenaline is full! Oh, thank you.
You lost the graveyard.
For great justice!
You've captured the quarry. You've taken the graveyard.
For great justice!
You lost the waterfall.
Adrenaline Adrenaline at full!
Join me, return to dust, my friend.
For great justice!
You've lost the quarry.
Oh, my leg!
You lost the graveyard.
I'm gaining ground. For great justice! Go ahead, hit me. For great justice! Feel my wrath! Take that!
You've captured the quarry. You've lost the quarry. You lost the waterfall. You lost the graveyard.
Adrenaline flows through you. Go ahead. Hit me. For great justice. Almost full of adrenaline. Adrenaline building.
Retaliation
For great justice. Adrenaline at full.
You've lost the quarry.
For great justice. I feel the adrenaline. Just about full of adrenaline. Adrenaline flows for great justice.
The waterfall is yours.
For great justice. I'm flush with adrenaline. I'm bleeding. For great justice.